Hello, y'all. It's Aunt Lily Design. Sorry, I'm not in the camera. I'm looking through my ribbon bin. I'm trying to find some ribbon for this door hanger. So bear with me for just a minute because I don't have very much small ribbon, and that's what I need for this door hanger. So that is what I'm looking for. I'm gonna go get some more small ribbon, like narrow ribbon. All right, we're gonna work with what we have. So if you are coming on, tell me hey and tell me what's going on, where you're watching from, and all of that. I can't do my intro anymore, which gives people time to hop on because Facebook is doing some funky stuff with music. So tell me what y'all are doing today, and just let me make sure that I can see your comments. Hey, Connie, how are you? Okay, so let's see. Let me get rid of that shadow. Okay, this is a brand new door hanger design. I just posted this one today. So we are going to paint this, and we're going to put some greenery bow like right here on the little candy cane. So I thought that would be really fun. Hey Stacy, how are you? Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you're watching from. Hey Christy, thank y'all for hopping on. Whoever says they love this and they want it and they want to paint it, let StreamYard share your profile so I can see who you are, because it just says Facebook user. Or if you want to, you can go watch from my Facebook page instead of watching in the group that you're in right now, because sometimes it won't let me see your name if you're watching from a group. It's just one of those weird things. Okay, so hello Brenda, how are you from Alabama? Awesome. Okay, let me move this so you can't no, this way. There we go. I think that'll work a little bit better. Okay, so let's get started with this one. I'm really excited about this one. This was one of those door hangers that I just was like, sitting on the sofa one night and I had it in my head and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and whip this file up really quick because I don't know. I wanted something that I could put candy canes and plaid on the front and just do like a little greenery in a bow. I thought that would be really pretty. Hello, Laura, how are you? Okay, you can see all the pieces that come like this so that it all fits together. And the plaid has like a cutout area where the candy canes fit in there. So if you're a Glowforge Basic user and you cannot cut this big 18-inch circle, I always do my door hangers in 18-inch because I like the 18-inch size. You always resize it if you want to, but I give you like a split version, okay? And I keep meaning to cut one so I can show y'all. I'll try to do that next time when I do a door hanger live. But basically, if you need to make this and you do not have a big laser or you don't have a pass-through door, you don't feel like fiddling with it, in the file, you will see a folder that says Glowforge. The link to this file is in the video description, by the way, y'all. So you will see a little folder that says, I think it says split 18. So what that is basically you get the top and the bottom of this, but then on the back, so like it'll be split in two pieces, but then on the back, you will have an attachment piece where you can, like it holds it together. It's like a three-piece thing that holds it together that you glue onto the back. And then when you put all of these pieces on the front, then it'll hide everything. So you won't be able to see the split. So I always try to give you all that because I know people are like, well, I don't, I can't cut a big door hanger and all of that. So, all right, I need to figure out where, I shouldn't have taken this apart yet because I want to paint the bottom white and the greens. So let's figure out where we need to stop our colors. I need a pencil. I don't have to have a pencil in here. I have a pen. I'll just have to use a pen. All right, let me think for just a second here. So as long as we don't go, all right, we're going to stop this pattern like right here. I just need to know basically where the middle is. Okay, that will help me kind of eyeball the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect because there's a good space there. Okay, so we're gonna paint, excuse me, we're gonna paint the bottom white. Oh shoot, you know what? Hold on, let me see if I can grab a paper plate from yesterday. All right, we're gonna salvage a paper plate from yesterday from my trash. Don't worry, my trash was just emptied like last night. It's just craft trash. All right, so these are my paper plate here because I need something to put my paint on. So is everyone crafting today? Are you working today? What is going on? Let's see, where's my sponges? I need some big sponges. Here we go. Y'all know I love to make door hangers. They're my favorite thing to make. All right, so we want white to be the bottom half of this, so about right here. There we go. Because I'm actually going to do white on white plaid, which I know sounds probably kind of weird, but the inspiration for this door hanger is from a card, a Christmas card that I saw. I can't remember where I saw it. It was probably on Pinterest. And I saw this like white on white plaid. And I feel like with the laser cut shapes, because the laser edge is like a brownish black color, it gives enough contrast that it will still pop. And it's just a really pretty, I don't know, it was just a really pretty look. So I thought, I'm going to create a white on white plaid. But you can do whatever color your heart desires. Oh no, from Freezing, Wyoming. Christy says she's working, but she's able to watch. That's nice. I know some people watch, but it's on mute because they're at work. All right, we'll probably do another coat of this white. And then the top half, we are going to do paint colors. I'm going to use Desert Cactus. And these are deco art. Y'all know I love my deco art. Spent the entire morning trying to resolve an issue with your Glowforge. Oh no, I can't see your name. It says Facebook user. Click the little thing that allows me to see your profile. It pops up on your screen. It's one of those Facebook things. Sorry, y'all. Hang on one second. I know I grabbed more than one sponge. Oh, for goodness sake. Hold on, y'all. I swear, I try to have everything in order when I go live. Here we go, another one. It never fails. So I had a door hanger party with neighbors the other night. It was so much fun. Studley, Virginia. Oh, Lisa, you are right down the road from where I used to live. That's awesome. I was off of Pole Green. How crazy is that? Do you have a laser? Okay, this green is exactly what I envisioned, y'all. I wanted a sage green color. I need more paint. And then I'm going to do some darker green polka dots on it. That is right in my head. Yes, I lived right around the corner from Studley. I have a friend who lives off of Studley, one of my good friends. We are headed back to Virginia this weekend for the holidays. So I'm excited about that, but I'm really going to miss my Louisiana friends because we have had a ball down here, and I'm going to miss this beautiful Louisiana weather. Okay, I love sponges, y'all, but they're soaking up paint. I thought about getting some mini rollers. Does anybody use mini rollers to paint their backers? believe. So do you like them? Plus, I feel like I would waste less because, I don't know, I could do the same thing with sponges, but I was going to say I probably would pop the rollers off and put them in baggies, but I could do that with my sponges too. I'm just bad. Oh, hello from Germany. Awesome. We have friends in Germany. That's so cool that somebody from Germany is watching. That's neat. Technology is truly amazing, isn't it? I have a little, there we go. Y'all can't see all the little doodads that end up on my board like I can. Pieces of lint and little pieces of sponge and all of that break off of there. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second coat of the white. So tell me what you guys are wanting for files. What new files can I do? Is anybody still doing a lot of tiered trays? I still make tiered trays. I really make tiered tray files in my clubhouse, though. I don't really make a lot of them in my Etsy shop, but my club members get a tiered tray file about every month. Oh, by the way, if you are on the wait list to get in the clubhouse or you want to get in the clubhouse, we are opening the doors Black Friday weekend. And we will not be opening again until 2022. And if you join Black Friday weekend, you get the November files, which are the Home for the Holidays bundle, which I'll pop up here on the screen in just a minute. And I always say this, but honestly, they're my favorite holiday. This is my favorite holiday bundle. It really is. It's my absolute favorite. This is an 18-inch round. Tracy, you use the 3-inch rollers, trays and rollers. I need to do that. I feel like I just don't have enough places to store a bunch of that stuff. So it's just easier for me just to like get cheap stuff and just toss it, which is not very good of me. All right, hold on. I'm trying to get all the paint off my hands before I go messing with my laptop. Let's see. Okay, so here are the files in the clubhouse for November. So we have the theme is Home for the Holidays. So this is our door hanger. I absolutely love this door hanger, and we used cardstock on the holidays. It was just printable cardstock, so it was free. Printed on a piece of cardstock on my printer and cut it out with my laser. So that was really fun. And then we have the door tags. And I'll show you like close-ups of the door tags. I love these door tags. They're so fun. All right, so there's one of them. We used puffy paint for the trees to put the little berries on the trees and the berries on the wreath. And then here's a close-up of the other door tag with the cardstock. That was super easy. We just Mod Podge one and we cut it out with laser. Super simple. We have these ornaments. These are our Home for the Holidays ornaments. So fun and cute. And those are easy to make. And this is the tiered tray set. So yeah, those are the 4 files for this month. So that's we got the little door with the topiaries. I love topiaries, y'all. I don't know why I'm just drawn to topiaries. The little cookbook in the house and just all kinds of fun things. So those are our files for this month. So if you join Black Friday weekend, you get the November files. And I put the link in this video description to get on the waiting list so you'll be notified when the doors open. I will send out a text, an email, and I'll post it on all my pages and groups and all that stuff that we're open. Let's see. Dollar Store. Oh, Dollar Store has decent mini rollers. I did not know that. That's very cool. I'll have to check that out. Okay, let me get this off of here so y'all can see. Oh, and you know what I was gonna do? Hold on. Yeah, like that, so y'all can see a little bit better. Okay, so now we are gonna do some polka dots on the green. This is actually not gonna take that long to paint this door hanger. It's pretty simple. This is forest green, so I'm gonna try this color and see how this looks for our polka dots. I think this color will be a good shade of green. I'm gonna have to get some more of that color. Put it upside down. All right, so then we need a big sponge roller, not sponge roller, sponge pouncer. I'm trying to, my sponge pouncer is all like weird and misshapen, so I'm trying to mess with it and get it to poof back up. So it's not all weird and we have nice circles. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna dip this in my dark green color and just kind of get some of the paint off so it's not sopping wet with paint. And then we're gonna put polka dots on here. Now the trick with polka dots is that I'm gonna start kind of in the middle here. We're gonna push down and turn. And then we're gonna make a triangle. Okay, so we're gonna put another dot there. And then these two are here. So we're gonna go where we would make a triangle. So right there, and I'm just turning like a half a turn. And then we just kind of go out from there. So that way our polka dots are not all weird and off center, and they don't have to be perfect, but we are gonna go off the board a little bit because it looks weird if you don't go off the board. It just looks like your pattern is not like a real pattern. So go off your board. Don't be afraid. And no one's gonna come up and inspect your polka dots and say that they're not perfect. And don't worry about the bubbles. You'll see little bubbles in your paint when you use these sponge pouncers. Let me go make that a little bit darker. Don't worry about those bubbles. They just kind of disappear. They just sort of dissipate, if that is the correct word. I think the word is dissipate. And I'm gonna go over this line a little bit. I think that's gonna be okay because I think I'm still underneath that center piece. And if I'm not, then I'll touch it up. But I think I'm gonna be okay right there. So just like that. So now we've got our dark green polka dots on there, and I'm gonna set this aside to dry. And then we'll go ahead. Now I'm gonna paint this white. So let me get this white, and then we're gonna figure out the other colors. And I think I'm gonna use another sponge to paint this white. So I think that's going to be the easiest way to paint this plaid. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of dab this. And as I'm dabbing, I'm kind of pushing it to the side a little bit, if that makes sense. Also, leave this in the piece that it got cut out of, and you could probably use one of those little rollers. I don't know if I would use a roller with it out of there. You could, you just want to make sure you don't have too much paint on it. Has anyone started Christmas shopping? technically I've started Christmas shopping. Not really officially, but I did buy a Christmas present. I bought one Christmas present for my daughter because I was in a store and I saw this cute little thing and I thought she would like it. So technically I have started, but I probably won't buy another present for weeks. I used to shop a lot earlier for Christmas when my kids were little because I always worried that I would run out of time and that things would not be available that they wanted. And now it's like they're older and I don't even think they really know what they want until closer to the holidays anyway. I feel like they're going to change their minds and decide that they need something else more than, you know, if they give me their list right now. So I'm just going to wait. Oh, thank you, Julia. I'm glad you like my tips. I don't feel like I have like a ton of tips, and I probably don't even do this the best way, but this is the way it works for me. But like I always tell y'all, I'm not painting these in bulk because I don't really sell finished door hangers. So if you're painting in bulk and you're doing like 4 of these or 10 of these or whatever, then you're going to probably use different techniques than what I'm doing. You're going to probably get those rollers out and, you know, do all one color at the same time. That's what I would do. That is a tip that I know works. It works if you're cooking. So I know it would work with crafting too. If you're going to line them all up, do them assembly line style and do all of one color first, all of one layer first. I'm sure that would make it go a lot quicker. All right, we're going to probably need to touch this up with a little bit more white, but for the time being, that is good. Yeah, I think I'm going to use red on this band that goes across the middle. And I was looking for a good red, and honestly, neither one of the reds that I was looking at that is a deco art color was really popping. So I think I might use, let me see how this looks first, but this is Waverly chalk paint and it's crimson is the color. So let me try this if it's not dried up too much. I don't know, it looks pretty dried out. Hold on, let me see if I can get some of it out with the paintbrush. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what, y'all? Well, we're going to scratch that plan because that's actually completely dried up. So I guess we're not using that color. Well, all right, let's try. Primary red might actually work. So I have primary red. I have primary red and true red. I feel like true red is too, I don't know, too bright. And we also, I might use this. This is Santa red. I think I might use Santa red. Oh, thank you, Julia. Apple Barrel Gloss Red is the only red I use. I'm going to have to try that because I don't buy a lot of Apple Barrel, but I know Walmart has Apple Barrel. Oh, this is going to be pretty. Yeah, this is good. But yeah, I'll have to try that because I do a lot of these paintbrushes. They're kind of, they've seen better days. I might have to open up a new pack. These are pretty dried out. All right, we're going to open up a brand new pack of paintbrushes, y'all. These are in sad shape. And I rinsed them out, but you know what? I probably need to dig those back out and wash them with, what is it that people use? Murphy's Oil Soap to clean their brushes. I need to try that. I'll dig them back out and clean them. All right, these are some paintbrushes I get on Amazon. They're Eden brand. I don't know if they're on my supply list. The link to my supply list is in the video description. But I've bought these a couple of times and I really like them. They feel like high quality in your hand, if that makes sense. I like paintbrushes that have like, they feel like they have a little bit of weight to them. So they're not like cheapy feeling. Does anybody use the Murphy's oil soap trick for their brushes? Yes, this is perfect red. This is what I was looking for. Kind of a candy apple red. Would we call that a candy apple red or a cherry red? Like a cherry red. I just don't want it to have too much orange in it, but I don't want it to be burgundy either. Is that what color the apple barrel is? But there's a time and a place for the other shades of red, for sure. This one is a nice Christmas red, I feel like. I'm thinking that I might make a shelf sitter set that goes with this door hanger. I think that plaid pattern lends itself to be used for a tiered tray or shelf sitter. Tell me if you guys like shelf sitters or tiered trays in the comments. Let me know like what your favorite files are to buy right now. Or I could make a set of door tags that has this plaid design, because this plaid is different from the plaid ones I use in my clubhouse. So we could do some door tags. That would be fun. It's a great red, only one coat. Okay, that'll sell me right there. If you tell me it's only one coat, for sure. I'm all about the one coat paint. This red is actually looking like I'm going to get away with one coat too. Tiered tray sets are the way straight to my heart. You like tiered tray? Okay, good. Alrighty, so now let me think what I can paint, because I want this to be elegant, so I want to make sure that I have enough. I don't have too many colors going on here, and I have enough white, because white, while boring to watch white being painted, white pops on a door hanger. So we may end up doing the 'Tis the Season in the white to make it pop. So let's do the background of the candy canes. Let's go ahead and do those in white. And then we're going to paint the stripes once that dries. So Melissa, do you use all apple barrel, or are there other apple barrel colors that you like that are nice thick one coat? And actually, I'd really love to see an orange, like a true orange, like Halloween orange that is one coat, because I don't feel like I have found that anywhere yet. Christy likes shelf sitters. This wood is 1/4 inch birch. And we get it from a local lumber yard down here. Now, when we go back to Virginia, we normally get 1/4-inch maple. I always rave about. I do love my 1/4-inch maple, which we get from Lowe's up there. However, after cutting this birch down here, I'm hoping that I can find birch up there that is a comparable price to the maple, because I need to make sure that I can still see these stripes to paint. If I hold it in the light, I can still see the stripes, so it will be good. Because the maple, the one downside to the maple is that has a lot of those football-shaped plugs. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Like almond-shaped plugs in it where they fill the wood, I guess. I don't know if I froze or not, because if I did, it's not frozen now. So it does that sometimes. If you go out and back in, that typically solves the problem. You use all different brands. The gloss red is the only gloss you use. Oh, I don't buy gloss paint though. That's the only thing. You put coral under and then whatever orange. That's a good tip. Okay. I kind of want this, like, I want to lay this out to see what it looks like before I do too many other colors. All right, so I know I want to do red on here, but I'm thinking that I'm going to add another color into the candy cane besides, I don't know if I should do green. I saw a candy cane that was like, I know this might seem weird, but it was these 3 colors together-ish. It was like the light green, the red, and then like a blue color. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about doing it, but I think I'm going to try it. We're going to see how it looks. It's just paint, right? We can always paint over it if we don't like it. What size paintbrush do we need? Let's see, probably this one. Okay, so I'm doing the best I can to eyeball, not really eyeball, because I mean, I can see my stripe, but to do this with a brush, because I don't have a green color Posca pen that would work for this. So this might take a little bit of time. I would love to do it with paint pens, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get away with it for the colors that I'm using, for the blue and the green. Let me see. All right, so if we do blue, green, no, red, green. Let's do red, blue, green, red. This is going to be red up here. The stripes don't go all the way off the edge. So, okay, so the new green and then down here. So now blue, green, red. And I'm using angled brushes because I like angled brushes in the way that I feel like you can control like the corners and the curves of things. I cannot paint with a straight paintbrush. And that's true for walls. If I'm painting walls, not walls, but like along the trim of walls, same thing. Did I do the right color there? Yeah. No, maybe I didn't. I think I should have painted the other one. Green, blue, green. So then we're going to do red here. All right, this will work. We'll make this work. Diana, that's probably a good idea. I probably should have done that. Put the letter of each color or a dot of each color. Yeah, I should have done that. All right, I think that's all the red then. Paper towels are way over here. All right, so now we're going to use the, what color green is this? Desert cactus green. This, oops. You guys, this is a testimony to bifocal contacts right here, because before I got bifocal contacts, I would have had to definitely have readers on. And I'm able to see very well. If you're on the fence about bifocal contacts, I'm telling you, life-changing. But I did tell y'all, I think we talked about this on another live, that they're hard to get in. And I say that as someone who is experienced putting contacts in. Like, contacts are like riding a bike. Once you learn how to do them, you don't forget. And I've worn contacts for a good portion of my life. And these are oddly hard to get in. I don't know why. I've looked up to see if it's like a thing. And I don't see where anybody else seems to be struggling with this issue. And I thought it would get better. And I do have some days when they go in a lot easier than others. I just kind of have to get lucky. If I'm in a hurry, it's never going to happen. They're never going to go in quickly. So then this one would be green. It could just be the brand that I have. I don't know. I don't know. But it takes me longer than it should to put these contacts in. Okay, so blue, green. This one's green. All right, now let's see how this blue looks, if it's going to look too weird. I'm kind of wondering, because I'm going to end up covering up the middle with greenery and a bow, if it's going to look weird to have blue where like only on the sides here. I don't know. We've already committed to doing 3 colors the way we have it. Okay, now hold on. So this is going to be blue and then green again. So we need green right there. We'll see how it turns out. Like I said, it's just paint, right? Back to the brands of paint. I know some people are Waverly lovers. People, there are a lot of people who love just the Waverly chalk paint. I do love that. But I like for my paint to be in squirt bottles. And I don't feel like I paint enough to get the FIFO bottles. Are they FIFO or FIFO? I'm probably saying that wrong. So this is where the two stripes cross, obviously. We'll see if we like this blue. I don't know. This is not the exact blue that I had in mind. I couldn't actually find the blue that I had in my head. Like I didn't have a color that really was that color. So I'm going to have to search the next time I go to the craft store. See if I can find some more blues. You think it's too light? Yeah, it might be a little too light. It is baby blue, but I could not find another color. Maybe we'll do another coat and we'll darken it up a little bit. That might be what we do. But see, the green looks darker on camera than it really is. I don't know why that is. The blue doesn't, but the green and the red look darker on camera. It's weird. And I have a light on, but for some reason the light never truly looks like it does in person. Did I miss anything? Let's see. Okay, I don't think I missed any comments. All right, so I think what we're gonna do now. I kind of want to see. What this is starting to look like. So hold on. We're gonna put things up here just momentarily and just kind of get a sneak peek at what things are looking like. Okay, so we have our white on white plaid. Let's see how that looks. I'm loving the white on white plaid. Although I think we might need to do, yeah, we probably need to do another coat of the white. That is pretty. And then this red. Ooh, I like that. Or maybe instead of this blue, we should do a different color. Should we do a different color in here? This is still kind of wet. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to because I'm hard-headed. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm not loving the blue. What color should we do instead of blue? Maybe gray. Yeah, mix a little bit of black in there. I never have luck with that. I feel like it always turns out like way darker. Even if I just put a drop, it turns out way darker. Do you think, would black be weird on a candy cane? Because think about it, we're going to put greenery in a bow like right here. Like this is I think I'm going to use, okay, so the small ribbon that I have, because I think a big ribbon would be too much. So I've got this just grosgrain red polka dot that I was going to make a little bow out of. And then I was going to take some sprigs, if this works. I was going to take, so I've got these that I got at Walmart. And I was going to take some of these smaller, like narrow sprigs right here and cut them off and just kind of stick them in there. Oh, I need to heat my hot glue gun up. So once we do that, we're not going to see a ton of that color in the middle. Should we do black or gray or a different color? Or like a darker, maybe we should do the dark green. Would that be weird? Should we do the dark green where the blue is? Y'all tell me what you think. We could do that. And then we wouldn't be like mixing any more colors into this. And should we do, so we have 'Tis the Season. So y'all tell me what you think. 'Tis the season here. And then season's going to be, you know, down here, obviously. So should we do all the letters in white? I kind of feel like we have to, because I think those are going to pop more. I don't know that red is really going to pop against that green enough to make me happy. So y'all tell me what you think. But yeah, I'm not loving the blue. That was in my head because I saw a candy cane that color, but not loving it. Got a little white on my red here. Okay, so what I'm going to do while we're figuring that out is I'm going to start painting these letters. And I need a little sponge. I've gotten really addicted to painting with my sponges. Can y'all tell? I go through a ton of them. I think it's a darker green color. I don't know what black would look like. I think I'm going to switch to the rollers. Because I really like the effect of the sponge and how it goes on nice and thick, but rollers would be more efficient. I think that would go faster. You guys who use rollers, are they sponge rollers or are they, I don't know what the other material is, but you know how when you buy paint rollers, like if you're painting a wall, you can buy the white ones that are like sponges, or you can buy the yellow ones, which are more like, I don't know, they have a different, I think it's called nap. They have like a different nap to them. Am I saying that word right? I don't know. I don't know. That might be completely the wrong word. I don't even know. And don't forget, if y'all are watching, if you're in my makers group, Lulu Bean Designs Makers, or my Glowforge File Sharers group, don't forget that you get 20% off of files all the time. If you need the code, just look under the featured tab in the group and you will find the code. It's always the same. It's also in the cover photo. So just look at the cover photo on the top and you'll see it. You use sponge rollers. So are the sponges, they're white, not yellow? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to switch to that because I'm definitely getting paint on the sides of my letters just a little bit. Not bad, but enough to fuck my OCD nerves. White from Amazon. Okay. Oh, okay. I need to order those from Amazon then. I think I have some on my save for later list because I was looking at them one night. Does anybody have a huge save for later list on Amazon? You know what the save for later list is? It's like when you're shopping and you put things in your cart and then you get ready to go to the checkout and you decide that you don't need like 5 things in your cart and you put them back. That's what the Amazon save for later list is. It's a huge list of things that I want but probably don't need. So yeah, it's got a lot of things on it. High density foam. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Has anybody watched the, I forget the name of it, but the movie that came out recently with Julia Roberts and George Clooney? Anyone? I think I really want to go see it with my friends when I get home because we always go to Cinebistro. Cinebistro is one of those places where you can eat dinner while you're watching the movie. And I'm a Cinebistro snob because once you go there, you don't ever want to go back to the regular movie theater because it's like awful. But anyway, I thought it looked cute. I thought it looked like it probably wasn't that great of a movie. It's not going to win a bunch of awards or anything, you know, but love Julia Roberts and George Clooney together. So I really wanted to go see it, but I think by the time I get home, it's probably not going to be in the theater anymore, sadly. But that just means it's going to be out like to stream somewhere in no time at all. That's how that works these days, right? You want to see it, Christy? It just looked, I don't know, it looked like, well, I told my husband, I was like, oh, we should go see that for date night. And I knew, I was like, he is going to be like, oh, no. Like, I knew he would be not into it. And he would be a good sport because I would say it's for date night. He would go, but he would not enjoy it. All right. I don't know if these really need a second coat or not. Maybe just like a light second coat. Those look pretty good. Okay, so let me just do a little bit, or maybe not. Maybe I'll end up going over the whole thing. Who knows? Of white on here. Unrelated, but have you painted the ornaments on a video, the ones in November files? No, I have not done those in a video. I have not scheduled the paint party live for November. I need to go look at that, but no, I was not going to do the ornaments during the live. I'm trying to think, because see, I paint that stuff ahead of time before I give it to y'all. So I'm trying to think if I can give you any tips, like how I painted them. Do you have paint pens? I definitely use paint pens on them. And sometimes if really small detail, then I have medium tip Posca pens and I have fine tip Posca pens. And so I may have had to use my fine tip Posca pens for those, but I also have these other paint pens that occasionally I will grab that are really fine, and they are called Neotop. This is one of them. Hold on. Can y'all see that? I don't know. It's like the light is awful, but these are called Neotop, and they are really fine, and you can get them on Amazon, and they're not very expensive. So you may find those helpful, and they're a good color. I've seen, when I ordered them, I remember I ordered them because someone told me that they did not use Posca pens. They only use those. Now, that being said, I don't agree because I mostly use my Posca pens. Those are just for like super fine details. But maybe that person only makes little tiny things. I don't know. I mostly use the medium tip Posca pens for like most projects, but I don't have the fine tip in every color like I do with the medium tip. Now, let me give you another tip that might help. If you have some old Posca pens that are drying out, don't throw them away, because what I sometimes do is I almost use my Posca pen like a quill, where I dip it in my paint and I use it to paint with. Does that make sense? I've done that on some of my videos. Like a white one that's not really juicy, I'll dip it in white paint and I'll use it like that. And it doesn't seem to dry it up, like, because you put the lid on afterwards. So it's like it still works fine. It doesn't ruin the pen. But I only do it, like I wouldn't do it with like a brand new Posca pen, of course. I would just do it with like one that's not real juicy, just to like add a little something something to it. And then you can also get some just really fine tip brushes. Now they even make, I don't really think you need this. I don't use this, but I was just thinking they make magnifying lights. So it's like a magnifying glass with a light on it that you could like put your item underneath it and paint it, or get some glasses, reading glasses that are, and this is not good for your eyes. So I'm not giving you, I'm not dispensing medical advice here, y'all, obviously. But I have been guilty of getting reading glasses that are way too strong for me. Not to wear all the time. Only wear them if I'm painting a tiny detail. I will put them on so that I can see way better to paint that tiny little detail. So yeah, your paint pens are probably too big. That is probably the issue, unfortunately. Okay, so I think this is good. I think we're about ready to put this together, but I'm going to go ahead and do the darker green where the blue is on here. And I think our problem will be solved. So this is, again, the forest green Deco Art paint. Oh, see, I said I had to plug my glue gun in and I still haven't plugged it in. So hold on, y'all. I lost my cord to my cordless glue gun. Actually, no, I did not lose it. I did not. I have it. I'm using it for something else. I can't remember what it was, but it worked for something else. I think. No, you know what I'm using that cord for? This is the oddest thing. We have a TV on our screen porch down here that came with the house. Like we bought a couple of TVs just so that we wouldn't have to remount everything and it just was easier. So I need a longer cord for this. All right, we're gonna have to use this. I think this will work. I'll just plug it in my glue gun, y'all. So I use the cord from my glue gun. It fit the back of my TV. Can you believe that? Because there was no power cord on that TV for some reason. So I just need to order a new power cord for the glue gun. But honestly, this one's just fine. This glue gun the good old corded one. We can use that one. All right, so I'm going to go over this with this darker green, but I can tell I'm going to need 2 coats because over top of this blue, it's not showing up super dark, and it's going to look like we have the same color green next to each other, and that's not going to fly. Not going to work, and we need another coat of red. I'm going to get to the fun part, putting the whole thing together, and the greenery and the ribbon. I think that'll be fun. This dries pretty quick though, this green color. Of course, I have the ceiling fan on to try to get my paint to dry a little quicker. Better. It is better. I wish that the green color looked lighter on camera. It is lighter in person. What we can do, though, let me try this. I'm mixing a little white into the green, into the lighter green. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, this is better. This is going to lighten this up a little bit. So it'll be more of a contrast, but we're still in the same color family, so it doesn't look like we're really veering from that color. Much better. But again, you may not notice on camera as much as I notice it in person. right, now we'll just touch up the red and I think we'll be good. Yeah, that definitely helped. Mixing a little white with that light green definitely made the colors more of a contrast. I have good success mixing white with colors. I do not have good success mixing black with colors. Maybe I put too much black. I don't know. It doesn't usually work for me. I end up with some weird color that I don't like. Okay, there we are with our candy cane. Perfect. Julia, are you talking about Posca? Posca paint pens or Neutop? N-I-U-T-O, Neutop. Okay, my glue gun is in my way. Let's put it right here. Hopefully that'll be out of the way. All right, let's get things put together. Oh, I'm excited about this one, y'all. It's gonna be pretty. Okay, first we're gonna do our plaid. The challenge is getting this straight. That is our challenge. See if that's straight with our holes. I think we made our border like a little bit crooked. So I think actually that lines up better. Okay. All right, now before I put that other piece on, I'm gonna do the candy cane because I wanna make sure that the candy cane fits and then I don't have these two bars too close together. Oh shoot, hold on. I have to jiggle this over a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there's what we have so far. And now we're gonna, let me just lay my pieces out here and get them where I think I'm gonna want them. And then the season, the E fits in that little notch. Oh, I panicked there for a minute. I was thinking I had to put two letters before that. I was like, oh, what have I done? And you can put the letters right on the red bar, and that will help line them up. There we go. All right, now let me straighten these out. So probably like here, here, You bought the glue and you love it. Oh, thank you. The name of the font. I cannot remember the name of the font. I can't remember the name of either one of these fonts, to tell you the truth. I will pull the file up when I'm done and I will comment and let y'all know. All right, is that straight? I think that looks pretty straight. It's hard for me to tell because I'm not standing right over it. I hope I put my plaid on straight. That's what I'm hoping. I think I did okay. All right. Yeah, this glue, this is Star Bond. It is great. Star Bond or Stick Fast. You can get them both on Amazon and they're about the same. Let me put this down here so I can see it on the camera. Why does that look crooked? It needs to go like that. It looks crooked one way. Hold on. Okay. See, I always think of these things afterwards. You know, it would be really pretty if we had glittered the some of the candy cane. But y'all know I love glitter. Or, oh, you know, it'd be pretty. This would have been really pretty if we had glittered the dark green polka dots. Dang it. That's what I should glitter. Maybe and the candy cane, like the dark green polka dots, and then the red, just the red on the candy cane. That would have been really pretty. That's okay. We don't need glitter on everything, Amy. My goodness. Okay, let's see. Does that glue dry clear or gloss looking? I'm very careful not to get it outside the lines. I think it dries. I know it dries clear. As far as looking glossy, if you get it outside the lines, can't 100% guarantee. I don't think it does though. But I don't use very much glue. Glitter paint. Ooh, glitter paint. I'm gonna have to try that. I know, isn't that white on white pretty? I thought it was just stunning. When I saw it on a card, I was like, I gotta do that. But there's so many color possibilities for this, honestly, y'all. Like it would be super pretty with like white on red or white, yeah, white on red, like a red background, or the white on the green. That would be pretty. But I just had this in my head that I needed to do this like, you know, white on white. I thought it was super pretty. Okay, so now we are going to do some fun stuff. All right, so I'm gonna make a little bow. All right, so this is how I'm gonna make my bow. This might take me a minute because I haven't really done a bow like this in a while, so just bear with me. So, and I have paint all over my hands, y'all know. Oh, wait, you know what? Let me tell you my trick. I think this works. I think if you bring your ribbon, it's been so long. I'm twisting it. No. I think this is the way I do it. Yes, okay. Did y'all see that? So you don't need to tie it in a knot first. You just go ahead and start straight into the ribbon. I mean, into the bow. And we're not making a big bow, we're making a little kind of small bow. Somebody felt my window. I'm going to cut it out this afternoon. My husband is on days off, so he hogs my laser. That is hilarious. He's hogging your laser. My husband has become surprisingly protective of my laser. Is that big enough? See, now I'm thinking I might need a bigger bow than that. I mean, I'm doing the greenery too. Here's what I wish I had, y'all. Okay, I have this ribbon that I could do. That might be pretty. I probably could do this red grosgrain. It's wired. I probably could use it. I have this, but I'm not sure that I like this black here. I think this is going to be too dark. I don't think I want to bring black into the picture. So I really wish that this was red and white because I love the little frayed, not frayed, but the little like fringe, the fringe edge on that. I love. Let me try this bigger ribbon and just see what this looks like. Yeah, this is not going to be like a big bow where we use different ribbons and stuff. We're literally just using one ribbon and making like a little bow for the candy canes. No, we're going to go over this way. There's a bow that I make where I bring the ribbon over like I bring it the other way, but that's not this bow. And I'm confusing my brain by thinking that it is. It's not. I think this might work. I think this might be what I need here. And I might need it to be wired. That might be useful. Okay. Yep, that's going to be better. All right, we're going to do that. I might make it just a teeny bit bigger. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to do this simple little bow. And I'm not even flagging my edges, y'all. I'm just doing like a slanted edge. I guess we're turning it this way. Yeah, like that. That looks better. All right, let's try this even here. Wait, is it like that? No, it's like this. Like that. I'm going to need to shorten this. Ooh, don't cut yourself. You know all that? I didn't cut myself. Okay. I pinched myself because my scissors are not very sharp like they should be. Is that even? Kind of, sort of. Okay, yeah, that's going to go like that. Then I've got like ribbon pieces everywhere now. Put the little bow you just made on top of that. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That might be too much. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Let's get the greenery on there first. I'm trying to think how I'm going to get this greenery off. Where are my pliers? I had a pair of like nice wire snips. Now I'm just using these little bitty things. But they do cut. Okay, that's what I need those little sprigs, I think. So y'all, these picks are, sorry, I'm having to really squeeze to get this to cut through because these are just little bitty wire snips. These picks are $1.28, I believe. They're not cutting very well, so I'm having to like bend it back and forth. Y'all bear with me. This one is like the thick piece on here. Here we go. At Walmart, $1.28. Which I think is a great price for these little sprigs with berries and pine cones. And they have different colors. They have some white berries and they have some glitter, all kinds of stuff. No, we might use the pine cones. We'll see. We're going to play with hot glue here in a minute. I'm cutting this all to pieces. Come on. All right, clearly I need new wire snips. I think I left my big wire snips in Virginia. And I need to get some more. Oh, these are horrible. They're not horrible if I'm just cutting wire. I cut my my wire to hang the door hangers all the time with this, but not so much for this. Goodness, that's not cutting. Come on. I think I might do that, just pulling it off. All right, bending it back and forth is actually working better. Sorry, y'all. I think this is the last one. Hang in there. I'm not ruining my scissors by using this. Even though my scissors are not as sharp as they were. All right, come on, let's see if we can get this cut. Come on. I am just yanking this off of here, you guys. All right, so now I have this really long stem that I don't need. Do y'all do this? Do y'all just bend them back and forth? What do y'all use to cut your stems? Something better than this little thing, obviously. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking that I just want it to be like where we just have some little greenery pieces kind of like poking up and down out of here like this. And then the bow. I think that would just make it really, really cute. What do y'all think? All right, so I think I should do the bow first. Let me glue the bow on. All right, I'm just gonna warn y'all that I will burn my fingers with this glue gun. It's going to happen. I'm awful about burning my fingers with my glue gun. Then we might have to put the little pine cones in the middle. I think that would be cute. Someone is deciding to cut their grass right now, so y'all have to listen to that. Thank you, Christy. All right, so let's see. I'm going to cut this longer piece off of here. All right, so if we just can kind of stick this down in here. Do you guys watch Julie, what's her last name? Samako. Julie Samako, am I saying that right? With Southern Charm Wreaths on YouTube. She does amazing wreaths, and she uses a hot glue gun. It's not a glue gun, it's a hot glue pot, like a little simmer pot kind of thing. It makes me really feel like I need that in my life, but I don't. Except that I don't. So it would be something that I would add to my Amazon wish list, and then I would not buy, or my save for later list, I should say, and then never actually purchase. My cat is meowing at my door to come in. Can y'all hear him? All right, so I'm just putting a little piece of glue, a little bit of glue on each one and just kind of stuffing them down in there. I love the hot glue pot. Oh, Maria, do you have it? You love it? See, you're making me want it. I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, look at that thing. I might burn myself with that thing. That might be worth it just to not burn myself. I don't know. I probably would still burn myself though. So far, so good here. Oops, I'm dripping. Dripping hot glue. Oh no. That is cute, you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to get this hot glue off that I just dripped. Don't pull my paint off. All right, I think I need to add like the pine cones or something to it, or is that going to be too much? What do y'all think? I don't want it to be too much. We'll see. All right, that's what we have so far. I don't want it to like overwhelm and like block the candy canes, okay, so you can't see what they are. But I do have these little pine cones. Ah, I can cut them off. I could put like maybe one or two in there in the middle. Oh, they don't want to cut off either. I think I need new wire snips. That might be something I actually add to my Amazon cart and purchase. Maybe some small berries. That would be cute. Maybe I'll do berries and pine cones. Let me see. Okay, here's the pine cones. So if we do like this, let me pull those up. I really like those. What do y'all think of those? Or should I add some berries in there too? Let me see if I do those and then maybe pull off like, can I break like pieces of this off? Is it gonna work? It's just styrofoam. Or is it? I did, Tanya, I did a door hanger party and we used lights. I'm gonna use my scissors. Look away. These aren't my sharpest scissors though. I do have sharper scissors than this. A couple berries in the corner of the pine cones. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Don't cut all your stuff over top of your door hanger, y'all. Don't be like me. Oh, I think like just like that is all we need. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be really cute. Really, really cute. And seriously, this cost me almost nothing from Walmart for these little things, the little picks. So $1.28 each. I bought two. I bought more than that, but I'm only using less than two, really. I'm using like pieces from two, but I probably could have gotten away with using pieces from one if I really tried. I think I stuck this one up here. Oh, this is so cute. I'll hold it up so y'all can see. I know you can't see very well. Here, I'm just going to squirt the glue in here. Stick that right there. Oh, we got glue gun string issues. Hold up. Letting things dry. Oh, this is so fun, you guys. Okay, I'm in love. Look at this. How cute. How cute is that on our candy canes? I just love it. So different from putting a bow at the top of the hanger, right? All right, I always say it. It's my favorite door hanger though. Glitter, y'all. glitter your dark green polka dots. That's all I have to say. My one regret, I should have glittered my dark green polka dots. Would have been just stunning. If I could still get away with doing it, I would. I can't do it. It's not, it's too far gone at this point. Okay, well, that is it, you guys. I'm going to put a hanger on this. I'm going to do a wire hanger. Do you guys want to see me do the wire hanger? I can do that real quick. Let's see. Because I think I'm going to put some wood beads on there. Is that too much? Am I going over the top with my embellishments if I do wood beads? It does offset the green. I agree. Yes, a hanger. Okay. All right. So I've got my wire. This is 17 gauge fence wire. I bought this spool of wire when I was 5. No, I'm just kidding. Do you guys, okay, there's a girl on TikTok. It's called the Cray Gardens. I think it's just called Cray Garden. So she jokingly does this thing called the Cray Gardens Daycare. But she's really a stay-at-home mom who has recovered from cancer, and she's amazing and she's hilarious. And she makes some mixed drinks in some of her videos. And she talks about, like, apparently she can get lemons to last a lot longer than I can get lemons to last, because she always says, I bought this lemon when I was in middle school. Like, that's just her thing. I got this lemon trick-or-treating when I was 10. Like, she always says that. So anyway, that's where I got that from. I got this spool of ribbon when I was 5. I really didn't, but seriously, like, I've had this spool of ribbon for like 6 years. I'm not even kidding. So it has lasted me forever. You can get it on Amazon. I got it at Tractor Supply, but you can get it on Amazon. Or you can get one like it on Amazon, I should say. It's not going to be the same one, but who cares about that? So 350 feet of 17-inch galvanized steel fence wire, okay? $10 at the Tractor Supply. Now, that was 6 years ago. That was pre the world going insane and everything costing a fortune. But yeah. All right, so we got that. And now we're going to put some beads on there. So we're going to pull from like all kinds of different beads that we have. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got they've all spilled out in the bottom of the bag, so hang tight here for just a second. Okay, so I've got 2 red, 2 dark green. I think we need some gold in the mix here. Gold. I got these on Amazon as well. Sometimes I like to mix in just like one raw wood bead that's not stained or finished or anything. I kind of like that look. So there's like a plain one. And then we could also do, these are my Easter ones. I found my Easter ones, y'all. I didn't think I had them down here, but I do. Oh, maybe white. Should we do some white? Here's light green. And I might not use all these. Just hold on. Let me. I'm going to have some white. Oh, there they go. They all just dumped out. That's okay. I have white, but I also have my buffalo check. I don't know if I'm going to do buffalo check this time, though, because I've got the red and white buffalo check on the ribbon, so that might be too much. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. We can do, and I just alternate. I just go like in, you know, pattern order here. And then I repeat it. Oh, I didn't do a light green. Light green. Like that. And the same thing. And then we're going to feed this on up through here and curl that side down. Hold on, y'all be able to see it in just a second. I think this is going to be longer than the other, so I'm just going to cut it off. I don't have like a huge coiled piece on the other side. I'm just curling it down. Okay, so see, this is what we have now. So that's our hanger with the beads. Like, can y'all see that? Like that. So yeah. So that is our door hanger, y'all. I will take a picture of it and post it so you can see the whole thing, because I keep the whole thing on the screen at the same time. But anyway, so yeah. So this, like I said, the file link is in the video description. And if you're in my makers group or my Glowforge file sharers group, you save 20%. Look under the feature tab in the group or in the cover photo. If you're in my club, you save 50% on all my files all the time. So if you want to be in the club, click the link in the video description that takes you to the SVG Clubhouse. And then you can join during Black Friday. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all your help and feedback on this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.